I've always loved watching old videos. It gives me a great feeling of nostalgia. My favorite videos were of myself. A couple days ago, I really needed to clean my closet. It's been years since I've been in there. Most of the mess was dirty clothes and boxes full of things when I was young, such as toys and pictures. I decided today was the best day to start. Nobody was home, and I had nothing better to do. But before I started, I put on some music and began. The closet was a lot messier than I thought. There were at least 5 layers of clothes. The smell of the clothes produced was awful. It smelled like rotten eggs. Each layer of clothes got worse. Finally, after suffering 5 layers, I reached the floor. So that's what color the floor is, I joked to myself. I was beginning to scrub the floor to remove the terrible odor when I noticed a key in the corner of the small room. It was a small rusty key with a small picture of me as a baby attached to it. I had no idea what this key could go to. I figured I would try to find out later, because believe me, if I tried to find out now, this closet would never get done. About an hour later, I was close to finishing. I looked through some of the boxes, found some old stuffed animals. I found my favorite, Barry. He was a blue bear. He was my first toy, I believe, but he was missing an arm, though he still looked cute. I took out another animal. I couldn't remember his name. He was a turtle, but he too was missing an arm. I shrugged it off as no big deal until I pulled out the third animal. It was a tiger, but he was missing all of his limbs. This confused me. I don't think I was that destructive as a kid. I wouldn't tear their limbs off no matter how mad I got. I still love these guys. A little uneasy and confused, I got up and put the box back up on the top shelf in the closet. Just then I noticed a small rectangle on the ceiling. It had a keyhole. Could this be what that key is for? I thought to myself. I got a ladder and reached the ceiling. Since the key was rusty, I had a bit of trouble fitting it inside the slot. The door opened with a loud creak. I scanned the room. It had a very musty smell. I turned on the flashlight I had. It was quite chilling. It had no floor, mainly just insulation and some floorboards. I didn't want to explore the room too much, since it was pretty gross. I saw a box that said 1998 to 1999. I assumed these were pictures and videos. I was right. I opened the box and it was filled with VHS tapes. These probably had hours of footage on them. I took them downstairs. Luckily, I still have a VHS player. I was excited. Maybe I'll see my dad in these videos. My mom told me that my dad died in 2000. I can't remember him at all. I know it may sound weird, but I don't remember him. For some reason I just can't. Maybe I was too young. I went through the tapes, then put the first one in. I was so excited. This one was titled Playtime 1998. In this video, me and my mom were rolling a ball back and forth. I giggled a lot in this one. This went on for about 10 minutes, then the video ended. The next one, Backyard 1998, was my mom pushing me on the swing. I was so happy in this video. That was until the 3-minute mark. I fell and slipped off of the swing. I hit the ground and began to cry. My mom rushed over to help me. Just then I heard someone begin to laugh. It was a deep voice. He was laughing uncontrollably. It was my dad. Why would he laugh at me when I was hurt, I thought. This concerned me. I skipped the rest of that video. The next video, titled Bath Time 1999, consisted of my mom washing me. I looked like I was 6 months old now. I was in a sink. I laughed at the fact that I was too small for a bathtub. The next couple videos were good, until the last 2. Christmas 1999 and Time Out 1999. In the video Christmas 1999, it's me, my mom, and my dad around a Christmas tree. This was the first time I've ever seen my dad. He had a big beard and long black hair, and a couple tattoos. The video seems normal until the ending. My mom and my dad began to argue. My dad, I guess, had a temper problem because he took the presents I just got and ripped them. This made all the hairs on my back stand up and my spine froze up. I noticed that the things he ripped were the stuffed animals that I looked at earlier. Me, obviously terrified in the video, ran away while my dad continued to freak out. This went on for about 2 more minutes, and the video ended. The final video I watched has given me nightmares to this day. Timeout 1999. This video starts with my dad screaming at my mom to leave the room and telling her to shut up. Just shut up. Apparently, I did something wrong, and now my dad was punishing me for it. I was really worried to see what he was about to do to my former self. Why would he film himself punishing me? But back to the video. My dad picked me up aggressively and carried me to my room. I thought he was going to put me up on the bed, but no. He walked to the closet, pulled a key out of his pocket, and threw me up inside the little room in the closet. I was shocked. My eyes were watering and I was nearly bawling. The video cut and the caption read, "A couple hours later." He walked back up to the room. I thought he was going to let me out of the room and come to his senses, but no. He just opened the door and gave me a bowl with some baby food in it. My dad placed the camera in the room, right outside the closet. You could hear myself screaming. This went on for 13 more minutes. At the 14th minute mark, my mom came into the room and started screaming. My mom rushed over and opened the door. My dad must have forgotten to lock the door because she opened the door quite easily. She got me out, cuddling me as she rushed out of the room. The video cuts and continues with a shot of my dad being forced into a police car. As the car drives away, my dad stares directly into the camera, smiles and waves goodbye. The video ends. I felt so sick and ready to faint. I sat there on the couch for a good 20 minutes, processing what I just saw. I wanted to believe it was fake, but it had to have been real. I can't believe my dad would do that to me. I slowly got up and collected everything. I threw out the Timeout 1999 video. I wanted it gone. I walked back upstairs and back up into the little room and placed the box down. I turned on my flashlight and looked around. The room was cold and covered in cobwebs. Along the room there were some crayon drawings on the wall. The floor was covered with other random things such as clothes, bowls, and in the corner of the room lay the bony remains of another human baby.